What a deck!
Hello and welcome to What a Deck. We play troll decks, rogue decks, and whatever the hell I feel like. I'm your host, Hardleg Joe, and today we're looking at Cyber Dragon OTK. Yes, I'm finally playing Cyber Dragons. It's been a long time coming, but I decided to finally take a look at them. And I'm doing an OTK build, and if you know me, I normally don't like OTKs, but that's because normally OTK decks, they're very simplistic, very linear. They have one set thing they do that OTKs, and that's all they do. But Cyber Dragons are interesting because how many different ways they can OTK. They got a lot of different boss monsters, a lot of different fusions, and if nothing else, they can always make Cyber Dragon Infinity, so there's that. Now, if you just want the deck profile, there's a link in the description to a separate, much shorter video. I'll go over everything in here, explain my choices, explain how it works. Otherwise, in this video, I'm playing 10 duels against random opponents on YGOPro. I'll be testing it out, showing you all the combos, and hopefully, we'll have a little fun. Alright, here we are, first duel against Satania. Perhaps a female version of Satan. She got a period at the end. So it's a full sentence. I'm putting that out there. And luckily we're going second. You want to go second with this deck because you need to attack in order to do the OTK. Unfortunately, we don't have any of the you need to be able to fuse to do most of the OTKs. I could do some other things, but not so much. Oh no. Oh, it's one of these decks. Some kind of... Okay, at least it's Spellbooks. I was worried I was going to be hit with, like, Chain Burn or Trick Stars or something like that. At least with this, I have somewhat of a chance. It really depends if he can get how many Spellbooks he can get into the graveyard. Right off the bat. True King Spellbooks. Interesting. I wonder if it's mostly just a True King deck? With the Spellbooks just happen to be in there, or it's a pure Spellbook deck that just uses Dragonic Diagram. Because they've got the Spellbooks have their own like little draw engine now with the Spellbook of Rudra. I think it has a different name in English. That's why I don't like to play these TCG cards on this. Oftentimes the name changes, and then things are just weird. They're still like I still call Totally Awesome Tree Toad, which is arguably a better name anyway. Depending on who you ask, but it's just the fact that it's confusing. You have the two different names for things. The Lyrica Lucinia instead of the Lyrilusk. Man, this turn is taking a while. You're gonna use a second Dragonic Diagram? I mean, he's getting all these things, but he can only play 2 cards, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he's gonna be able to use everything in his hand, because he has to discard everything at the end of the turn. Alright, so, can we do the things that we need to do? Only time will tell. Let's go ahead and normal summon Cyber Dragon Core. It's treated as Cyber Dragon, while it's in the field, on the field or in the graveyard. Eternal Nightmares, okay, I have no spell traps that remain face up, so you're good. Except for this one, which I want destroyed. But we're going to take Cyber Repair Plant. This is if you have a Cyber Dragon in the graveyard, you could search a light machine type monster. So we're going to put a Cyber Dragon in the graveyard. We're going to discard that. Zwei, probably the least useful, but its name is Cyber Dragon while it's in the graveyard, so it's important for Cyber Repair Plant and such. Okay, Dimensional Boundaries. Not going to be able to Ixie summon. Most likely. If it showed up there, I didn't see it. Either way, I can use this to search other things. Yeah, I'll get another one of those. I'll go ahead and use Cyber Repair Plant. We'll get a, Why are you activating these things that you can't actually... He has to be able to tribute something for it. And I think what we want to go for is actually just the Kaiju. Just to spook them a little bit, get them a little spooktacular. I think I'm gonna have a lot of stuff. So what I can do, I can't Ixie summon, but I could still fusion summon. So if you've got Cyber Dragon and machine type monsters, you can make Chimeratech Fortress Dragon. Solid 2K. I'm considering I have the instant fusion. I have a couple targets for it. Mainly just the Panzer Dragon. If it's destroyed, I can destroy something, so I can get rid of his field spell, and that'll stop him from generating more things. And I think I want to do that because I could still Galaxy Soldier twice next turn and search something else with Cyber Dragon Core. So let's go ahead and try that. I'm still going to have more than enough resources to make a Cyber Dragon Infinity next turn. Plus, maybe he'll use something to get rid of this. Maybe he will be foolish. And also summon Parapsychroid. We wouldn't really want to in 90% of situations, but we could. We could do that thing. So we'll just start off with a solid 2,000. Granted, I took 1,000 from Instant Fusion, so, you know. No Infinity. Didn't you use Dimensional Boundary on XYZs? How could I summon Infinity? Did I mistake that? Yeah, he chose XYZ. I can't possibly do Infinity. So I'm just going to hit him for 2,000 and then use that to destroy Dragonic Diagram. So that'll slow down, and he's already lost another one. So he only has one more Dragonic Diagram in his deck, I'm pretty sure. Very few things in hand. He's got that, but nothing to tribute summon. He's gone through too many things, people. He doesn't have the skills to pay the bills. He could try to pay those bills, but it ain't working. And yeah, I'm playing Toon Cyber Dragon. It's a good level 5. This works on a lot of level 5, and obviously to make Cyber Dragon Infinity, if you're unaware, it's 2 level 5 machine monsters. So this is a level 5 machine monster, so it's just another, essentially another copy of Cyber Dragon in regards to making a level 5. And while it doesn't count, a lot of the fusion monsters specifically say you have to have a monster named Cyber Dragon. It can't be like Toon Cyber Dragon. There is one that says 2 Cyber Dragon monsters, and you can use Toon Cyber Dragon for that. So it's actually, this is actually a late addition to the deck. I didn't consider this at first. Man, you were just drawing, but towards what? What can you possibly get? Does he have Masterpiece in there? It's taken him a while to get to it. He's playing mostly spell traps, it seems. He could get the Solemn Strike to try to stop other things, or he can get this. That can at least attack over this. Of course, it is dying next turn. It is dying a terrible death. And then this will destroy one spell trap. And then that'll destroy my monster that he already have the attack of. I don't think this guy knows what he's doing. I mean, he could tribute this for his monster then, but then he's attacking me for 2,300 and he wasted a whole bunch. No? Okay. Whatever you say, buddy. So let's go ahead, we'll Cyber Dragon Core again. Just straight up getting that same Cyber Repair Plant. And we're just going to use that to grab another Cyber Dragon's Y. Because I just need, at this point, I just need fodder to discard for Galaxy Soldier. And this is more useful in the graveyard than anything. Galaxy Soldier, if you're unaware. Discard a light machine monster. Special summon it. And he just surrendered. Well, yeah, you special summon it, and then you can add another Galaxy monster from your hand, so you get another Galaxy Soldier. I discard this to special summon it, and then you've got 2 level 5 machine monsters, so you can make Infinity. And that would have put him way behind. I don't know what he was doing. That's another example of my opponent kind of defeated themselves before I had to defeat them. Just a weird, too many spell traps kind of deck. But anyway, on to the next duel. Alright, here we are, second duel versus Lou the Catastrophe. Or perhaps Louth Catastrophe. Or Lou the Cat Astroph. He. Probably not. And we're playing against Zephra, and they're going first. I have some Twin Twisters that could help, maybe. But, not looking too good. I mean, I can only activate one instant fusion per turn, so if he negates my instant fusion, I'm kind of doomed. It really depends what I draw and how well he can get his things going. Luckily, he had to use Zephra for his scale, so he'll have to put a level 1 or a scale 1. Means he can't put another one of these up there. He might have another Zephra in his hand. But if not, then he's not searching his traps, which means I can do things without worrying about being negated. No, it looks like he's just going for the level 7 synchro play. Oh, he could summon. Okay, I didn't realize that. That is a end rat pier. Oh, but it has to be pendulum summoned. Or destroyed by a card effect. Interesting. So, Zodiac... Zudi-Rui? Or Zephrudiac? Someone will have to come up with something for that. I'm sure they both start with Z. Zudefra, perhaps? Zudefra sounds kind of cool. If you told me you were playing a Zudefra deck, I would no idea what you were talking about. Zephrudiac, maybe. But it's weird because it has kind of like fruity sounding in the middle of it. I'm just sort of rambling at this point because Zodiac combos take a little while to go. You know what, I'll just skip ahead to when he's done doing his Wombo-y combos, and then I'll be back. Okay, so he's got a Trident. I've got Power Bond, but only one monster in hand. And I could use Power Bond with Cyber Dragon and something else, but all I could make is Overtech, and I would only have 3,200. And it would just be destroyed pretty much instantly. I really needed something to get rid of this, but unfortunately I don't have anything that can get rid of that. Let me think here. Yeah, that's one of the unfortunate things about this, is it can get kind of into it can kind of brick. It can brick from time to time, and it's not a good thing that you want to do. But let's try it. I've got nothing else to lose. Maybe he'll let me go through with my combo first. I can try to Ixie summon. If he waits until I make Cyber Nova Dragon and then destroys it, then I've got something. Nope, he's just going to destroy that immediately. Which normally, if I had any other monsters in my hand, this would be I could normal summon and then overload fusion. Because that lets you fusion from the graveyard or the field. But I've got this. Panzer Dragon. Yippee. And again, I could make something, but then I wouldn't be able to destroy. Really, I've just got to hope he can't do things. So what I'm going to do is set this. During the end phase, that goes to the graveyard. I pop that. So he doesn't have his Drancia, his Trident anymore. I'm going to be taking 4,500. But when he completes his scales, go ahead and use this Power Bond. And just be like, oh no, no pendulums for you, please. I don't like that. And he can't complete his scales with one card. So I'm just hitting the 4,500. If I can get another Cyber Dragon, I could do Overload Fusion. Or I can use Instant Fusion again, assuming I should have enough life points left. Oh, I hope he doesn't have another Drancia, Trident. See, that's the problem with these OCG. You learn the OCG names, and then they change the names on you, and then you get both of them. Yeah, it says Drancia up here, but it's Trident down there. What are you? Oh, okay, he's just destroying that. And then he's gonna get that, and that's gonna stop him from being destroyed. And either way, I don't think, yep. I just started with too many spells, unfortunately. Which I play more monsters than spells, but I mean that's the payoff you get when you play an OTK deck. You got a lot of level 5 monsters, we're playing a lot of fusion spells. And if you get all your fusion spells, then there's not as much you can do. Especially if they've got disruption. I'm also playing no less than 6 cards that can completely wipe the field. Actually, I might still be able to do this. Okay. Special summon Cyber Dragon Toon. You wanna blow that up? You can blow it up. Ouch. Alright though, I think we use that. Let's just go ahead. I would just have 3, that's 8, 16, 2400, and it can attack 3 times. This'll get me more things. So, you can banish cards from your graveyard or your side of the field to summon. This is 2 Cyber Dragon monsters. When it's summoned, you can blow up you can blow up spell traps up to the number of cards you use for the fusion summon. And then you can send 2 light machine type monsters from your deck to the graveyard. And it gains that many more attacks this turn. Although I think I've already lost, unfortunately. I can't OTK this. I could do a lot of damage. Is he going to save it with his thing? He could save it with his thing. I thought this was, oh, it has to be attack involving this card. Okay. So I'm going to take 900, but assuming he can't get something else on board, I may have a shot for next turn. Maybe. Unfortunately, this doesn't have a whole lot of attack. This is better if you can clear the field first, and then you get 3 attacks with 2100. Plus, if you can, like, normal summon a monster. If you can make this with Power Bond, then it has 4200, and then you can do a lot of damage. Especially attacking 3 times. But we've got our graveyard set up a little bit. If we draw Cyber Eltanin, we still might be able to attack over this. I don't think so, actually. Oh, no. He's got a monster. Sadness. Yeah, because that's 900 plus 15. I'm dead. I'm dead already. He's probably going to continue to do things, though, because he doesn't realize that he already has game. He wants to try to go for bigger plays. But, yeah, I'll see you in the next duel. Alright, here we are, 3rd duel versus Janner45. Interesting name. I wonder if the number means anything. Maybe it's a reference to the 45 caliber gun? While they're in the 3rd duel, go ahead and mention I got these sleeves. You've probably noticed them with the Cyber Dragon and the Overload fusion. Oh, hey, Dinosaurs. Fortunately, I have a Twin Twisters. So if he's making the Lost World variant that works on that. And I guess I should go ahead and mention that last time on the What a Deck, I had said that I wanted to make a, whatchamacallit. I had wanted to do a I wanted to do a dinosaur deck. Sorry, I'm losing my focus here. I'm trying to think. But yeah, I wanted to do a dinosaur deck. Thank you for letting me tribute that. Let's just go ahead and let's make Cyber Dragon Infinity, shall we? And I did make a dinosaur deck, actually. But it wasn't very interesting. I couldn't find a thing to combine them with that hadn't been combined with already several times. Hey! Let's just go ahead and absorb that, if you don't mind. You can absorb any face-up attack position monster. And then you can detach to negate things. That's kind of cool, am I right? I don't have any monsters in hand, so this Power Bond's dead. I'll probably Twin Twister as soon as he summons something. Maybe he'll play another Spell Trap. But yeah, I made a dinosaur deck, but really there's 2 variants that I could make. There's either the Lost World variant that... or not... There's okay. Wait, if I negate and destroy that, then he'll get the summon. So, I don't want to do that. What I want to do is just destroy his Lost World so I have more attack. But yeah, there's 2 variants of dinosaurs, basically, that don't involve True Kings, because I'm not playing True Kings. It's either a rank 4 turbo, where you just try to make the Evolzar Logia and lock down your opponent, or there's the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno Turbo, which you just saw, that can attack all the face-down monsters, and that works by using things like Sandstorm, Mirror Force, and a couple other things. I'm just going to absorb this, then it's not destroyed by battle. Unless he's got that thing he can discard to stop things from being affected by things. Nope. More attack for me! But yeah, they have Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, can attack all face-down monsters once each, and you can, like, at the start of the damage step, before you flip it up, you just inflict 1,000. So I can either make a deck based on that, or I can make a rank 4 turbo deck. And I didn't think either was all that interesting. But if you'd like to see either one, let me know. I can build it next time. I just didn't think it would be that interesting. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Do you want to see let's see, do I want to... Yeah, I actually do want to negate that. Because that'll let me get a Cyber Dragon in the graveyard. I think that counts as Cyber Dragon in the graveyard. I don't know. Let's get this, because we only have one of them. Yeah, let me know if you'd like to see those. I could totally do that. Okay, it doesn't count as Cyber Dragon in the graveyard. But that's okay. We'll attack this. It's just a little Jirek. I'll kill one of those tokens. And yeah, let me know what you would rather see, the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno version or the rank 4 turbo version. Also, neat trick, if your opponent has nothing and you don't want to leave a 400 out, you can absorb your own Cyber Dragon. And I don't want to set that because I don't have any banished cards yet. This is a continuous trap. During each turn, if you control a Cyber Dragon, which this does not count as a Cyber Dragon, then you can banish one Cyber Dragon card. Oh, you shouldn't have activated that effect. That was a bad thing to do, my friend. You should have just attacked over it. Yeah, this can also... You could discard or destroy a dinosaur you control or in your hand to flip all monsters your opponent controls face down, which adds to its effect even more. And now I have the Cyber Repair Plant. And I think I'm just going to add this, just in case. Although at the moment I don't really... Yeah. So let's just attack this. Be like, nah dog, you're not allowed to have Jirax. At least he's playing an interesting variant. But yeah, this every turn, if you control a Cyber Dragon, it has to be the original one. So like Core counts or the other ones. But not this guy that has Infinity tagged on at the end. You can banish one Cyber Dragon. At the end of 3 turns, then you... what was it? At the end of 3 turns, this card is destroyed. If this card is destroyed, you special summon as many of your banished light machine monsters as possible. So it's actually a pretty good recovery card if you can get it off. But we only play one of it because we're not about recovery. We're usually about OTK, which we're not doing. Couple things I could do. I think I want to go ahead. I can make another Infinity. But it would cost me most of my things. Or I could just do this. Be like, nah. I'll take that. I keep expecting him to have a dinosaur that he can use from the, when it's destroyed. Oh. That's a sad state of affairs. Unfortunately, yeah, I could do this. Okay. So you can banish this from the graveyard and summon a Cyber Dragon from your deck if you don't control any monsters and your opponent controls a monster. And yeah, I'll just put another Cyber L-Tannin in the graveyard. Just like, hey, guess what? I can make another one. This guy you rarely use, but I don't have any Cyber Dragons in the grave. Okay, never mind. I was going to show you another cool combo, but I can't. Give me that back. It's mine now. You're running out of cards. And now I do have a banished Cyber Dragon, so I'll go ahead and set that. It won't be much, but if he pops it, I'll get a Cyber Dragon on the field. Better than nothing. Okay, Pot of Duality. Target one dinosaur you control. It gains 1,000. Do you have a dinosaur you can control? But yeah, I got to a lot of things. I was trying to explain this, and I was trying to explain the dinosaur deck if you want to see it. But yeah, the sleeves. If you like these sleeves, if you want to get these sleeves, if you want to get the negation that has the Cyber Dragon Infinity on it that I saw, if you want to get this deck profile, it's all on my Patreon. Donate $1 or more. It helps fund the channel. This is an ad-free channel, so that's the only way I make money. You know exactly how much money I make if you're one of those people who want to do those things. And you get perks for donating, like getting all this stuff that I release every single week. And this is, I think, the 112th episode, so there's a lot of sleeves there for $1. That's like less than a penny per sleeve. That's pretty nice. But we rack up another win as we go into the 4th duel. I just can't go an episode without my arch nemesis player rearing his ugly head. I don't know if he's actually ugly, but I like to believe that he's very ugly. And we're going first, which is never good. We might get OTK'd ourselves. Let's go ahead and just toss this out. And because we have no Cyber Dragons in the graveyard, or we might not have any, let's go ahead and Cyber Network and see if we can get some things set up. We'll set this. Yep, I believe I'm going to get OTK'd. A sad state of affairs. But what we could do, we'll activate that effect now. We control a Cyber Dragon. Let's send this to the graveyard, or this banished, and then when this gets destroyed, I can summon the Kaiju. Oh. Oh, he's playing Ally of Justice. Oh no, I'm all light monsters. What are the chances? This star-destroying Kaiju's useless now. Oh, he's playing Cyber Dragons too. He just happens to play an Ally of Justice. Yep, so now he can make Chimeratech Fortress Dragon with 4,000. I'm not going to be liking that. I usually use this combo. If you're unaware, it's Cyber Dragon and one or more machine-type monsters. You fuse it. You don't need to have... You can fuse with monsters not on your side of the field. That's another reason why we play this Kaiju, because it's a light machine monster. So you can, like, normal summon this, special summon this to your opponent's side of the field by tributing over their one monster, and then use it as material to make a Chimeratech Fortress Dragon. Sadly, if he can fusion or do something else, then I'm doomed. Because this is already 4,000. Granted, I could Dark Hole it. I could do other things. He already used his normal summon. And I've got my Overload fusion. Not something I want to do, but something I can do. Let's see what I draw. Oh, hey. Let's see here. I think I just want to make Infinity, and then I can... Yeah, so... Special summon. Go ahead and use that. Get a, Panzer kind of dragon. Let's make the Cyber Nova. Let's do that combo. You can detach to, special summon a Cyber Dragon from your graveyard. You have to have a target in the graveyard to begin with, but you could have that thing like you could detach, and instead of choosing the one that's already there, you could choose the one you just detached. And then we'll get that, and then I'll absorb you. I can make my own Chimeratech. Let's hope he doesn't play more than one. If he does, I'm doomed, but there's nothing I can do. I mean, if someone plays Chimeratech Fortress Dragon and you play Cyber Dragons, there's really very little you can do in general. Because that was what was used to out Cyber Dragon Infinity back in the day. You would just... You put Cyber Dragon and one Chimeratech into your deck. And then you just special summon the Cyber Dragon, and then use the Chimeratech... Yep, okay. Now he's got his own Infinity. Granted, if he doesn't kill me with this... Oh no, he's just got another. Yeah, that's... You can't... Very few people play that, and there's nothing I could do to stop it, really. Unless I play Solemn Strike. So, he just happened to be a guy who played two Chimeratech Fortress Dragons. A sad state of affairs. Let's go into the 5th duel. Alright, 5th duel versus Hinia999. An interesting name, to be sure. Seems like it was done at random, almost. And yeah, I failed to mention before, Cyber Dragon, or Chimeratech Fortress Dragon, can't be used as fusion material. So if you're wondering why I didn't just Cyber Dragon and then use his to make a Chimeratech Fortress Dragon, I couldn't. Let's see, and once again, Power Bond's such an iffy card. I keep going back and forth between using it and not. I haven't OTK'd yet. Let's see here, what do we want to do? I think at this point the best thing is just the Cyber Dragon core. Again, we have no way to get a Cyber Dragon into the graveyard. We'll take some damage, but at least we'll see what he's playing. Maybe it'll be something with low defense. Oh, that might have been a bad thing. And he's going to be able to banish this, so I won't get the effect. So I probably don't even want to activate it until he's about to destroy it. Unless he, like, if he Twin Twisters, you can chain this. So he's got the Blue Eyes alternative White Dragon. Can he summon something else? Maybe he's got a Tuna. There's the Tuna. So he can blow this up and then summon whatever Ixie thing he wants to summon. But he did it in defense mode, which is alright with me. If you'd gone into attack mode, it would have been much cooler. You could tribute this Synchro Summon card, special summon one Light Dragon machine, Light Dragon type Synchro from your extra deck in defense position, but destroy it during the end phase. So he could always go into Black Rose Moonlight Dragon and bounce back whatever my level 5 or higher stuff is. Okay, that worked out better than expected. Let's go ahead and use that thing. I'll use the effect now. And I'm going to send a Toon Cyber Dragon. Because actual Cyber Dragon I want in my hand because I can power bond with it. I can bond my power! You doing that now? Oh yeah, it's not destroyed. And then he can summon something. Cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects until the end of the next turn. Okay. So I can't Raigeki that. Although I can do something almost as mean. I have field wipes. Ho 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 ho. Weird noises. No. My dragon spirit. No loss. No loss whatsoever. I don't care about that. And then he's tagging it out for a Blue Eyes. Ah, okay. Oh, hey. Let me think about it. I think I can do this, unless this is Solemn Strike. So, Cyber Iltanen, you can banish all the light machine type monsters on your side of the field in your graveyard to special summon this. When it's summoned, send all monsters to the graveyard. Doesn't destroy them, it just sends them to the graveyard. Normal summon Cyber Dragon Zwei. Zwei, you can reveal a spell card and his name becomes Cyber Dragon on the field. Power Bond. Fusion from your hand, but the monster that you fusion has double attack. Hand or field. This blows up to 2 spell traps. Okay, and there's the OTK, people! I didn't get to do it, but there's the OTK. Because as you saw before, I can send 2 light machines to the graveyard, and this can attack 3 times for 4,200. And I guess an important thing to notice about Power Bond, at the end of the turn, I take damage equal to the amount that I gained from this, so I would have taken 2,100. But normally with Power Bonds, if you do it right, your opponent's not going to, you're not going to make it to the end phase of the turn. You're going to kill them in half before Power Bond gets a chance to resolve. So there we go. I got at least 1 OTK. It only took me 5 duels to do. Let's go to the 6th duel and see if we could perhaps get some more. Alright, here we are, 6th duel, official halfway point versus Watchmaker. Could it be Dr. Manhattan? Who knows? But as you probably know, 6th duel means it's time for the... Oh, I don't know why I got these coughs. Pardon me. Oh. Sorry, that intro was all over the place due to coughing. But, yes, 6th duel is the Hardleg Patreon shoutout. This time it goes to Mr. Daniel Frausing, a nice gentleman from Denmark who's been donating quite a bit of money to me for the last couple months. And he's been on the Patreon Discord. He's been doing music exchange, which is a fun thing I do where we make like a big playlist of everyone's music, and I get to hear new interesting things. So I can actually say with certainty that he is a pretty cool guy. Because I have seen him and I have listened to his music, and it is, for the most part, pretty decent music. And it looks like we're playing against some kind of Blue Eyes, Invoked deck. Which, if he can make 2 of these, I don't think I can... Well, I mean, I got this. I got this so I can do a thing. Yeah, I might be able to... Unless he can... If he can't... If he can make 2 of these, I'm kind of screwed. If he can't, then I might be able to do something. Although he's getting that double summon. Playing that Brilliant Fusion engine. I don't like the Brilliant Fusion engine. People always ask... why I don't include that, and it's too fragile. It's something that that's really only useful like on the first couple turns when you can do 2 normal summons. So like you have to know that you have to draw this first turn pretty much in order for it to be useful, and then also you have to play the Gem Knights that have a chance to be not so useful. Okay, so the real question, let me look at this. It has to be an original Cyber Dragon. A sad state of affairs. So, let's see. Let me try to think my way through this. I'm not sure what... Okay. This is banishing all light machine type monsters on the field. Okay, so I can Cyber Dragon. He's got something. Okay. I wish if this was the default Cyber Dragon, or Cyber Dragon Core, I'd be able to, because these are light machines, so you can use them to make Chimeratech Fortress. But sadly, it doesn't work that way. So, I put this out there. He's all like, hey, I'm going to send all your things to the graveyard. I hope you don't mind. He will have to negate that if he does not want to lose all his things. So that one negated already. So then to stop this one from negating, I'll have to do that. Then I will have to instant fusion. I'm pretty much using every single thing at my disposal. Great, and now he's going to be able to draw cards. And then do that, and he can't negate it this time. So everything goes to the graveyard. That's all I could do. I took my entire hand. If I had just started... No, he had spells. Yeah, sadly, if he just got that double negation and I don't have a Cyber Dragon, there's not very much I can do. Let's just hope if that's all his deck... I mean, he probably has a third one, but... if he can't make it... No, he can make it. Yep, I'm just doomed. I'm going to mark this one down as a loss already. We're just going back and forth. I'll see you in the 7th duel. Alright, here we are, 7th duel versus Batman himself. The Dark Knight has risen, and he has a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, ladies and gentlemen. Will he be able to use it correctly? Who knows. I have 2 Twin Twisters. Not the best. Not the best at all. Let us go ahead and... Could set up for next turn. Because I have the Twin Twisters, though, I think I want to go with the Cyber Network. Let's just go ahead and set. We'll see what we've got. Sadly, just going first or not starting off with OTK material. It's like when we do get the whatchamacallits, it's often like the power bonds. We have like 2 power bonds. Okay, so we're playing against Spyrals. They're an OTK deck themselves. Let's just go ahead and use the effect of Cyber Network, and I'm going to send another Star-Destroying Kaiju. The Jizz Master. Once per turn you can add... Okay, so we don't want him to search. So what we're actually going to do is just Twin Twister both of these. So he doesn't get the search, that goes off, and now I've got a 3300 beater that can hopefully stop me from getting OTK'd. He's still got 5 more cards. I have less than 5 cards. So he could probably still do something. Weird that, I guess Spyrals kind of fit with Batman. Batman's kind of a detective that's kind of like being a spy. Oh, he's got another one. Well, doesn't that just rustle my Jimbos? Well, I've got Darkhole. If he doesn't OTK me, then perhaps I can do a thing. Also, the what was it? The Spiral and the Subterror stuff is still in beta. I don't know. I don't understand what's take. Oh, and he started with Machine Dupe. Well, I'll see you in the next duel, most likely, because I'm going to be hit for 1,000,000 points of damage. Just right on top of this Cyber Dragon core, just 1,000,000. Especially with the cut my life into pieces, the Spiral Last Resort, and the fully armed. Yep. Doomed. Calling it. Doomfist 2017. Alright, here we are, 8th duel versus Blarg with a bunch of numbers at the end. Sadly, we have to win all the rest of the... No, wait. We win 2 more, we break even, but I have to win the rest of them to beat the spread. And I'm not sure if I can do that, unfortunately. This deck is not working out as well as I had hoped. But sadly, I think I'd mentioned this last week too, that alright, so what do we got here? But yeah, I have something coming up. One second, I need to think this through. I can power bond everything. Okay. But I don't want to risk this thing, whatever this is. It makes me sad. Just to break. That would have been mildly bad. Well, let's just make another Infinity, because that's all I seem to be able to do. Sadly, I didn't get 2. I got a Cyber Dragon, but I didn't get 2 things that could be considered Cyber Dragon. Although I can do a lot of damage. No, I can't, because I don't have a Cyber Dragon in the graveyard. I'll just take this. Give me your thing. I want it. But yeah, as I was saying before, I have a, I'm in a band. I'm not sure if people know that. It's just like a crappy cover band. And unfortunately, I got roped into playing a gig that's like 7 hours away, where we have to stay overnight, and it's going to be like 3 days. So I'm kind of rushing to get a whole bunch of stuff done. Like, I'm not going to miss any uploads. I'm just rushing to get them done before that happens. So whereas usually I have about 7 days to test a deck beforehand, I had more like 4 to test and build this one. Maybe 3, because I spent a day on the Dinosaurs first. So I know this is probably not the most optimal Cyber Dragon build, unfortunately. But I thought I had some pretty cool moves. If I don't get OTKs in the next 2 duels, I'm definitely going to I'll have some replays. I've got a bunch of replays saved, so don't worry. But for now, let's go into the 9th duel where actual stuff will happen. Alright, here we are, 9th duel versus Attack from Defense. I think I've played this guy before. That name sounds familiar, because I was like, you better be playing Super Heavy Samurai. And so now I have 2 Cyber Dragon monsters and no fusions. So what's the best I'm going to be able to do yet again? Make Cyber Dragon Infinity. Maybe if he does a whole bunch of stuff, I can make the Chimeratech Fortress Dragon. Maybe he'll be playing machines and I'll be able to get revenge for that last time. Once again, we're playing a Brilliant Fusion deck. Which again, if you draw your Lazuli, this is a dead card. I assume he only plays 1. Most people just play the 1 Gem Knight. So if you draw this, or you don't get this first turn, or you don't get 2 monsters that you can normal summon. Fortunately, it looks like all the things work out. They're coming up roses for this guy. He's not going to be able to attack from defense, though. Okay. Randomly pick. I don't know why it gives me the option to pick when it's random. It should just randomly pick it for me. I think that would be better. That would save a little bit of time. I'm going to point out... Shouldn't you be playing Super Heavy Samurai? They attack from defense. Super Quants do not, as far as I know. Also, I hope this. I actually kind of hope this guy is doing Great Magnus Turbo, but because I have a kaiju in hand, I usually do want it a change. You should change your name then. Maybe something to do with Power Rangers? My name is something that has to do with Power Rangers. It's named after some kind of cybernetic dragon-type creature. Comment in the comments if you get the reference. I assume most people do. It's pretty simple. I actually spent a while trying to find other robotic dragons that I could name myself after, but they're surprisingly few. I guess Mechagodzilla is kind of a dragon, but most people wouldn't consider Godzilla a dragon. He's more of like a giant lizard. A mutant. A mutant of some kind. And then there's what was it? When I looked up Robot Dragon on Google, they had mentioned that the world's largest robot right now, like autonomous robot, is a fire-breathing dragon that some guy made for some reason. And it, whatchamacallit, its name is Fanny. Because they wanted to be kind of cheeky like that. But it's one of those things where it's like, I didn't really want to name myself Fanny because that's a butt's name. I don't want to be named after a butt, especially since hardly anyone would get the reference, I'm certain. I'm sorry. All your careful work ruined with one card. A sad state of affairs, to be certain. Sometimes these things just happen, my friend. And I think I can OTK, assuming he doesn't just quit right here from frustration. Which, I mean, if I spent however long and managed to get everything... Oh wait, does this have an effect when it's sent to the graveyard? Oh, he could special summon 3 Super Quantum... Okay, so he gets all the beast back. And I think... Oh, he gets a lot of effects. Okay, this isn't as over as I had thought, people. We've got other things we can be doing. I think, though... Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Super Quantals are machines. So even if he gets all 3 of them back, he's about to have a bad time. Wow, this is a lot of... There's a lot of chains going off. So something happened there. Something got sent into the deck. This comes out. It's Psychic. That comes out, and then he can't summon all 3. Which is probably what he wanted to do. But that's probably for the best, because otherwise I'm not going to get I'm going to get like a 5,000. Yeah, that's a machine. That's a machine. But yeah, I could still special summon this. And then I'll just make Chimeratech. There's 2,000 attack on board. Let's go ahead and activate Galaxy Soldier, which will let me grab another Galaxy Soldier, which is not too important. Don't apologize. I always feel bad for kaijus. They're very cheap. Especially when you spend all that time making such a great thing. So yeah, we'll make that. We'll go into Infinity and Beyond. And then I can Overload Fusion. And make this because I have 2 Cyber Dragons in the graveyard. No, I don't want to use my Infinity. Hey, what's up? He'll destroy your thing, even though it's not really doing anything at the moment. Then I can send 2 cards to the graveyard. Let's pick Y, and then also one of these, because I don't think I can OTK. I might not be able to OTK, but if I can't, then, and he manages to, like, Raigeki everything, then I can banish this to summon something else out of the graveyard. But yeah, I think I got this, because this can attack 3 times. There's Chimeratech Fortress Dragon. And there's the OTK. There you go. I got one off, guys. With a whole bunch of different monsters. I blew up things and absorbed... Well, I didn't... This was just big attack. But there's one of the OTKs. We'll go into the 10th and final duel, see if we can get one more. We at least broke even, but let's try to go for that 6 out of 4. Go Team Cyber Dragon. Okie, here we are, 10th duel versus Nya. That is a sound a cat makes according to the Japanese. That is their version of meow. Fun fact, because I took Latin in high school. In Latin, a lot of the animals are named after the sounds they make. And one thing my teacher always liked to bring up, that the Latin word for owl is bubo. To the ancient Romans, owls didn't go hoo, they went bubo, bubo. Which is one of those, like, how's that? How you doing that? I don't get that at all. I don't understand. But Bubo, it's just a fun name. Sounds like your buddy. Maybe have a little stuffed animal friend. It's just little Bubo. Just Bubo, your buddy. And man, we're getting a lot of brilliant fusion. At least this guy seems to be playing more than one Gem Knight though, so I guess it's not too bad. Tornado Dragon, not gonna be helping you. Not helping you one bit. I have 0 spell traps. 0 spell traps to destroy. Probably not the best, because what he wants to do is get this into the graveyard so we can summon it back out. I think, or did he already do that when he did Seraphonite? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, I was thinking about ancient Roman owls, which is not something that usually comes up in Yu-Gi-Oh!, but it just so happened to be that way. I get on these weird tangents. I think that's why people enjoy the show. They like seeing the weird tangents that I happen to be able to go on. Madolches. Alright. That works. Okay. Cyber Dragon? No. Dark Hole. Yeah, I mean, why not? I'm pretty sure. Well, okay. Well, I don't want this to go in the graveyard, actually. Oh, no, but if I absorb it, then I'm not going to be able... Well, I could save this for next turn. Because that's not really bothering me. And I don't want to get his ticket to go. Because he's got a ticket to ride, and I don't care. So we'll get Cybertoon Dragon. Get this into the graveyard. Unless you've got something from your hand that stops hand effects. Or maybe a Max C. Max C would actually be a pretty good move right here, because I'm going to special summon like 3 times, at least. I can't just leave these out here. Let's go for Nova. Fortunately, I can't summon another Cyber Dragon out of there. Let's go for this. Let's go ahead and take that. And then I'm going to go ahead and attack that. Because he's going to have 2 cards, he might be able to normal summon again next turn. And this is literally, like, I have no spell traps that remain on the field, except for the 1 trap that I want to be destroyed. So I'm not worried about this. Plus, I don't want him to get extra level 4s in the graveyard that he can then use for Ixie summons. Okay, he just surrendered. I didn't have to OTK. But as I said before, this was surprisingly light on OTKs. I think I mentioned at the beginning there's like 4 different ways you can OTK in this deck, and I didn't show them. So, you guys get some songs this week. You get some replays. I'm going to show you some replays, and I'll see you on the end screen. Should be fun. I hope you enjoy the musical stylings of Hardleg Joe.
Probably not allowed, it's the only time to show and debate. Not cause I was 2 at the time. Well, it chooses to fast forwarding, it choose has become unknown, which is why I'm using it now as a schooling scene. Smile is hitting, still copyrighting, which is why I've gone ahead with my own version and some lyrics instead of pirating it. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? Don't stop me now, I'm having such a good time, I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now, if you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now, good time. Don't stop me now, good time. I don't wanna stop at all. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Can't stick around, have to keep moving on. Guess what lies ahead? Only one way to find out. Must keep on moving ahead. No time for guessing, follow my plan instead. Trusting in what you can see. Take my lead, I'll set you free. Follow me, set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through. Follow me, set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through, prove it to you. Follow me. Oh yeah.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Cyber Dragon OTK went 6-4, so not too bad. Beat the spread at least. I think I showed a little bit what it could do. It mostly ended up being Cyber Dragon Infinity Turbo, unfortunately. But you saw a couple OTKs. You could see what Rampage Dragon can do and some of the Chimeratech Fortress Dragon shenanigans. I think I got Twin Dragon out at least once. Unfortunately, I never really got Over Dragon or Cyber End Dragon. Those two were really interesting. But that's all the more reason for you guys to test out the deck, try it yourself, try to see if you can improve on things, maybe add in some of these one-ofs that I don't play for the show, like limiter removal. That will really get you some OTKs. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to let me know if you want to see the my version of the Dinosaurs, or if you'd rather just have me move on and do something else. Until next time, good luck, and have fun.